Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar, A Life of Struggle and Triumph. Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar, popularly known as Babasaheb Ambedkar, was born on April 14, 1891 in Mao, a small military cantonment town in present-day Madhya Pradesh, India. He was born into the Mahar caste, a community regarded as untouchable under the traditional Hindu caste system. Despite the social discrimination and poverty that surrounded him, Ambedkar's life became an extraordinary journey of intellect, leadership, and reform. Early life and family background. Ambedkar was the 14th and youngest child of Ramji Malaji Sekpal, a subedar in the British Indian Army, and Bhimabai Sekpal, a pious and caring mother. The family struggled against the harsh realities of caste oppression. From a young age, Bhimrao experienced humiliation, exclusion, and inequality. He and other children from the Mahar community were denied access to wells, temples, and schools, and were forced to follow restrictive rules in public spaces. These early experiences left a lasting mark on him and ignited a lifelong determination to fight social injustice. Ambedkar's father, though from a marginalized community, emphasized education and discipline. He inspired Bhimrao to pursue knowledge as a path to empowerment. After the death of his mother during his childhood, young Bhimrao was forced to navigate both grief and societal oppression, strengthening his resilience and sense of purpose. Education and academic excellence. Despite these hardships, Ambedkar showed exceptional intelligence from a young age. He completed his early schooling with distinction, often facing humiliation from upper caste students and teachers. His brilliance earned him recognition and scholarships, allowing him to pursue higher studies. In 1913, Ambedkar traveled to the United States to study at Columbia University, New York, where he earned an MA in Economics, 1915, and a PhD, 1917, with his thesis on the evolution of provincial finance in British India. He studied under eminent scholars like John Dewey, absorbing ideas of democracy, liberty, and equality. Ambedkar later went to London, where he studied at the London School of Economics and was called to the bar at Gray's Inn, becoming a barrister. His education abroad gave him a global perspective on social justice, economics, and law, equipping him to challenge entrenched discrimination in India. Fight against caste discrimination. Upon returning to India, Ambedkar confronted the harsh reality of untouchability in every aspect of life. Denied basic rights despite his education and qualifications, he became determined to uplift the marginalized. In 1924, he founded the Bhishkrit Hitakarini Sabha, an organization aimed at promoting education and social awareness among the untouchables. Ambedkar led several social reform movements, including the Mahad Satyagraha, which fought for Dalits' right to access water from public tanks, and the Kalaram Temple Entry movement, which demanded that untouchables be allowed entry into Hindu temples. In 1927, he famously burned the Manusmriti, denouncing it as a text that sanctioned caste oppression. Political career. Ambedkar's efforts extended to political activism. He participated in all three Round Table conferences in London, 1930–1932, advocating for the rights of depressed classes and seeking separate electorates to ensure fair representation. Though he faced opposition from leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, the Pune Pact of 1932 marked a compromise that reserved seats for Dalits in the legislature. In 1936, Ambedkar founded the Independent Labour Party to represent labourers and marginalized communities. He became a member of provincial legislatures and, later, of the central government. After India's independence in 1947, Ambedkar was appointed as the First Law Minister of India, where he played a pivotal role in drafting the Constitution of India, ensuring principles of justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. Contributions as the architect of the Constitution. As chairman of the drafting committee of the Indian Constitution, Ambedkar introduced safeguards for minorities, Dalits, and backward classes. He embedded fundamental rights, abolition of untouchability, and provisions for social justice into the Constitution, laying the foundation for a democratic and inclusive India. His legal acumen, intellectual rigor, and commitment to equality earned him the title of Father of the Indian Constitution. Writings and intellectual legacy. Ambedkar was a prolific writer and thinker. His works include Annihilation of Caste, The Problem of the Rupee, The Buddha and His Dhamma, and numerous articles on economics, law, and social reform. He critiqued orthodox Hindu society, caste discrimination, and economic inequality, offering alternative visions for social and political organization. Conversion to Buddhism. In 1956, disillusioned with Hindu society and inspired by the egalitarian teachings of Buddhism, Ambedkar embraced Buddhism along with millions of his followers. This mass conversion at Nagpur was a landmark event, signaling a spiritual and social liberation for Dalits. Later life and death. Ambedkar continued to work tirelessly for social reform and education until his death on 6 December 1956 in Delhi. His passing marked the end of a life devoted to justice, equality, and human dignity, but his ideas and vision continue to inspire generations. Legacy. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's legacy is monumental. He transformed the Indian social and political landscape, challenged centuries of oppression, and provided the marginalized with a path to dignity and equality. He was posthumously awarded the Bharat Ratna, India's highest civilian honor, in 1990. Today, Ambedkar is remembered not only as a leader of the oppressed but also as a visionary scholar, reformer, and humanist whose work resonates across the world.